Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com, here with Playing on a Budget match number 1. This, I think, is on the verge of a mulligan, but I would keep a 3-land hand with a 3, like a Boros Charm, a Skullcrack, and a Lightning Strike in the hand. Again, I don't have much experience. We can actually scry away stuff with Temple of Triumph. I think I'm gonna go ahead with the Boros Guildgate first turn, and then actually scry with the Temple of Triumph. That way my draw will give me more information. No, we'd not like to mulligan this hand. Again, it might not be enough to get us there, but we'll see. So it looks like we're going to go up against a black deck, and he does have the Thoughtseize, which is awesome because Thoughtseize is terrible versus us. So he gets a Skullcrack, a Lightning Strike, or a Boros Charm. All of these only get a card out of his hand and still 2 damage for it. And I mean, this is only going to do 2 extra damage. This is only going to do 1 extra damage and 1 extra damage. So I imagine he's going to take the Skullcrack here, and that will give me some information that he does have a a Grey Merchant of Asphodel in his hand. So we'll see. So he goes ahead and takes the Boros Charm, but I mean, that's fine. Not the greatest targets for him to take. I'll start off here with the Boros Guildgate, and there's a Shock. Don't really care about a Shock. It's bad in this matchup, actually, as it can only kill a Pack Rat. There's nothing else it can kill. So I probably will end up shocking him next turn, or just keeping it up for subsequent Chandra's Phoenixes. This matchup is probably going to be one of the harder matchups in the format. Maybe when my sideboard comes in, it will get a lot better. That's, again, to be determined. I really like the Toil and Trouble in this matchup. I really like the Spark Troopers and the Traitorous Instincts, and the Chain of the Rocks will definitely come in. So I'm probably just going to take out the Rakdos Cacklers completely and keep it a Young Pyromancer, as it does give me card advantage. So now the screen is making me think that this might be the Reaper of the Wilds deck, which again, I'm not even too sure how this deck matches up against it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out Mr. Temple of Triumph. And that'll allow us to scry away a land if it's on top, or keep anything else, which we will put this on top of our library. And I'll probably end up shocking him at the end of the turn. And right now we have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 damage on board, and we're drawing into some more damage from the Lightning Strike. So I know of 14 damage. So it's just 4 more we have to draw into to be able to kill him. Elvish Mystic, I'm probably just going to auto-shock this. And it looks like if he misses land, he is in terrible shape. And I'm definitely thinking this is going to be the Reaper brew, the black-green Reaper of the Wilds brew. So, again, everything in my deck is instant speed, and nothing costs 3 here, so I can just play the Sacred Foundry and play tapped, pass it back to him. This is definitely going to change my mindset of what I'm going to bring in. Again, he could have so many dead cards in his hand, like Abrupt Decays, Putrefies, Doom Blades, Hero's Downfalls. All of those are just such dead cards. And in fact, that's where Toil and Trouble really shines, is he can't even get rid of those cards out of his hand, and it's going to force a lot of damage with that card. So anyway, so at end of turn, I definitely will Skullcrack. Or if he plays like a Nightvale Spectre or Dreg Mangler here, I think I have to Lightning Strike it. So yeah, Dreg Mangler, I'm going to definitely Lightning Strike this. And go from there. So I do need to get like Cacklers or some sort of threats. 3, 6, there's 12 damage on board if I needed to use it to the face. We'll see what ends up coming down. I just might run out of steam. A Reaper of the Wilds could come out here. I'm not sure if like Grey Merchant of Asphodel is in this list. I'm not sure if Desecration Demon is in this list. But I'm probably end up double Skullcracking him here. And maybe I should have just gone for the race. Well, I'm going to go ahead and kill the Dreg Mangler. And, I mean, this deck would be great if I had like a Chandra to drop, but I might just run completely out of steam. So here we go with the Skullcrack. Take him down to a 15, but I'm down to 2 cards. Mountain is definitely not the card I wanted to see. Anger of the Gods is going to come in. My Rakdos Cacklers are probably going to come out. I'm going to bring back in these Spark Troopers, going to take out the Guttersnipe and the Young Pyromancers. And that should be the game plan. Well, we Skullcrack him right now. And that's a problematic card because he still can exile stuff in response to... Oh no, this is terrible. I think I just have to... No, he gets up to a 4/4. I guess I did this the wrong way. Oh, that's... Yeah, it's... Urgh. Okay, depending on what I draw here, we'll see what happens. Another mountain is probably to seal the deal for my loss. I mean, he just has way too many activations for Scavenging Ooze. Well, that makes life easy. Don't know if that was the right play. I would have just cast exiled the cards to gain some life. Boon Satyr is going to be a bit of an issue, but he's down to 1 card as well. He's down to 12 life. A lot of creatures in this deck, so Anger of the Gods is definitely going to shine. I need some big cards, though. I think I actually will take out Toil and Trouble, because he can still scavenge those things. So I'm definitely on a clock here. And I just have to draw perfect. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that can actually get me out of this. I've got the 1 Spark Trooper in my deck that could do it. That could get him down to at least a 6. And there's a Toil Trouble. That does very little to him. It's just going to do 1 damage to him. I don't think there's anything that can... We're just gonna concede this one. The Chandra's Phoenix would have been a blocker, but it's not going to be able to do much. I wouldn't be able to get out of this with the Boon Satyr. So the Peak Eruptions, of course, don't need to come in. Spark Troopers absolutely can come in. Traitorous Instinct is iffy. He plays some decently large cards, but not... I don't know if it's worthy unless I think he's got Desecration Demons in his hand. Not too sure. I mean, this... Yeah, that's iffy. I don't think it actually comes in. We're going to take out the Rakdos Cacklers. We're going to leave in the Chandra's Phoenixes. I'm going to take out the Young Pyromancers and the Guttersnipes. And he didn't have any removal in his hand. It was all creatures. Let's see here. I think a Shock is amazing. Oh, these Toil and Troubles are actually bad. So maybe I do bring in Traitorous Instincts. And a Guttersnipe or even a Pyromancer. I'm going to bring in just a 1 of Guttersnipe here and see if this works out better for me. So the first thing is card draw. Card draw is one of the issues that I'm seeing with this deck. I think a Chandra would just be so amazing. But maybe they try to kill quicker than a Chandra. Maybe I'm playing this deck wrong. Maybe if I recap the last game, maybe I could have just... Would I had enough? If I would have ignored those Dreg Manglers and the Shock, I would have got him down to a 1. Maybe I just ignore everything. Yes, I'd like to play first, or I want to play second. I definitely want to play first, I would think, and that is a mulligan. And that is we're going to have to keep it, but it's horrible. And definitely the Elf. I don't know if I even need to Shock an Elf. So hopefully I'm going to scry anything but a land away. Alright, we'll put that on top, so at least we know we're drawing into a land. And he shocks himself to Duress, which is kind of like a Thoughtseize, because he had to shock himself. But this deck, I can already tell, does not mulligan very well. It needs all of its cards. I don't know if it prefers to be on the draw just for that card advantage, or if it does try to just get a quicker overall. We'll have to mess around with it and see which one works better. But this mulligan on the play pretty much solidifies it. I'm not going to be able to come back from this. So Duress is an interesting choice as well to bring in. He does have a lot of options, but what makes this deck so beautiful is none of the cards are really worth spending a card to get rid of. And so I got to think, since he went through that Traitorous Instinct, he's got to have something huge in his hand, like a Desecration Demon. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Mountain. And this gives me some options. Again, we have 10 damage in our hand at the moment. We have 12 damage in our hand. Lotless Troll. And Lotless Troll I don't think is going to be an issue. I'm just going to go for the burn to the face strategy. So there is 11 damage. So if we draw into one more Lightning Strike or Boros Charm, we've got it. But I do have to worry about Dreg Manglers and all that fun stuff. And Boon Satyrs. Boon Satyr I will shock off if he does have one. A Scooze. Scavenging Ooze isn't... Well, he can actually discard cards. I'm going to crack him. And there's a Shock. And I could Shock for the Scavenging Ooze. But again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or I could get him down. Can't regenerate, but he just discards. Discards to make that bigger. 6. Yeah, I think that this deck just actually wants to burn the face here. Not sure. This is just... Yeah, it's kind of an interesting matchup here. Because he could do a lot of damage just by unloading his hand here to the Lotless Troll and then scoozing it, Scavenging Ooze back the stuff. Yeah, that's... Ugh. Alright, so he just decides to do the damage. I'm hoping he puts out another threat here, because that will give me some information. I don't know if I can actually deal with it, though. Another Scavenging Ooze. That absorbed too much if I went Shock. I could kill off a Scavenging Ooze with a Lightning Strike. 2, 4, 6. I mean, I might just be dead. Activation, gain a ton of life. Those oozes are terrible for me to try to deal with. So, well, I think what I do is I do Lightning Strike one off. And now, I don't know if I'm regretting that, but... Yeah, I think I'm misplaying this big time. I think I just go burn to the face. Strat. I mean, he still gets to gain a life here. And I only have enough to do 6 damage. I'm out of cards, and this Lotless Troll is getting scary. So again, that was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 14 damage I had in my hand. But the Lotless Troll combo with the Scavenging Ooze means he can unload his hand and gain a ton of life and do a ton of damage to me if he has anything in his hand. So I don't know if that's the right move. So far, with 3 cards in his hand, a Lotless Troll, I'm on a lot slower of a clock than I would be with double Scavenging Ooze out. discarding stuff with Lot the Troll and then scavenging it back onto the ooze. So this 2 per turn isn't too scary. He does Boon Satyr. That's scary because that's 6 damage. But he's got to have another card in his hand. That's why he'd leave it open like that. So Temple of Silence can set something up, but I still have to be able to do 6 damage. This has to go on bottom. If he's just got 2 creature cards in his hand or another Boon Satyr to flash onto the troll, I'm just dead. And that definitely looks like what is going to come down. So again, the Scavenging Ooze play was probably the wrong play. Other than I'd be dead this turn though, so I don't know if I could actually unload my hand quick enough. And no matter what I draw into, I don't think I can actually do enough damage. Besides like a Traitorous Instinct now here that he got rid of. So, and a turn. Boros Charm and just... Yeah, I still can't. Because that's down to an 8. That'd be 1 off. Spark Trooper is 1 life off. Skullcrack, that's going to be game. So, kind of a weird matchup. I'm going to say that this is more my problem than the deck's problem. The first game. So we'll try some more games here, and hopefully I'll play better here and realize I think this deck is just going to work like red deck wins or burn in modern, and just go straight for the face, straight for the face, straight for the face. This is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.